There's advice out there that sounds incredibly reasonable, even hailed as absolute truths by society. You hear it at school, you hear it from your family, you hear it on the news, in books, from the people you respect the most. But what if I told you that these very pieces of advice, the ones you've trusted so deeply, are actually the very things pulling you further away from wealth, further away from freedom, and could even be quietly destroying your financial future? Would you believe it? If right now you feel stuck in a loop of working, earning, spending, and ending up broke, maybe it's not because you're not trying hard enough. Maybe it's because you've been following the wrong formula from the very beginning. Most people never realize this until it's far too late. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal a truth that only the top 10% of the wealthy truly understand. And if you can grasp it, you won't just change your financial situation. You'll change your entire life. Open your heart. Watch this video until the very end, because even one moment of distraction right now could cost you the opportunity to step into the abundant life you're meant for. But before I reveal these truths, I have to warn you, what you're about to hear will challenge some of your deepest, most ingrained beliefs. You might feel skeptical. You might feel the urge to push back. A part of you might want to reject every word I'm about to say, and that's completely normal. These are raw, unfiltered truths that only a small group of the wealthiest, freest, and happiest people truly understand. It took me hundreds of thousands of dollars to uncover these truths, and today, I'm sharing them with you, completely free. Not everyone will be ready to receive this, but if you can hold on to your faith, if you're willing to open your heart and allow yourself to embrace these principles, you will hold in your hands the key to freeing yourself from every financial limitation forever. And more than that, when you succeed, you won't just transform your own life. You'll radiate that abundance to your family, your community, and the entire world around you. One last important thing. What I'm about to share is a source of incredible power. Please use it with love, with kindness, and with pure intentions. If you use it for harm, to take advantage of others, or for selfish gain, the law of karma will not spare you. And the very prosperity you desire will vanish from your life forever. If you're ready, let's step into the very first part of this journey of uncovering the truth. Misconception 1. Save money to get rich. Have you ever been taught that if you want to become wealthy, you must first learn to save every little penny, every tiny bit of change? It sounds reasonable, even gets repeated like an unshakable truth. But the reality is, this is actually one of the most subtle and dangerous traps, silently locking away the flow of abundance in your life without you even realizing it. Imagine this. You have a granary full of precious seeds, but instead of planting them, instead of letting them sprout and multiply into hundreds, even thousands of fruitful trees, you clutch that granary tightly. You worry day after day, terrified that if you plant them, you might lose everything. So you lock up the seeds, and over time, they dry out, rot, and eventually, nothing remains but ashes. That's exactly what happens with an extreme savings mindset. You're not multiplying your wealth. You're not creating new streams of income. You're simply repeating a frequency of fear, an endless gloomy soundtrack echoing in your own energy field. And that fear, that frequency, will block every financial opportunity, every flow of prosperity that might have been headed your way. Bob Proctor, the legendary master of the law of attraction, once emphasized, "You must be willing to give away what you wish to receive." Holding back out of fear will block prosperity from reaching you. On an energetic level, when you cling tightly to everything, when you act from a place of fear and loss, you are sending out a powerful signal to the universe that says, "I am lacking. I am not enough. I am afraid." And the universe, in its complete neutrality, simply responds to that frequency by bringing you more situations of scarcity, fear, and loss. On the other hand, when you give, even just a little, you unlock the flow of prosperity. You create a new current of energy, a stream filled with love, gratitude, and trust. You allow financial energy to circulate freely, to regenerate, and to multiply beyond your imagination. The Bible itself taught this thousands of years ago in Luke 6:38. Give, and it will be given to you. That statement is not just a moral lesson. It is an immutable principle of how energy operates within the universe. A principle that, once truly understood and applied, ensures you will never have to worry about money again. So which path will you choose? To live in a mindset of clinging to every penny, holding tight to every coin in fear of not having enough? Or to open your heart, sow value into the world, and receive the infinite prosperity that has always been waiting for you? Ordinary people cling to everything because they're afraid of losing. Those who understand the laws of the universe are the opposite. They know that giving is the smartest and most certain way to make wealth sustainable, natural, and effortless. Right now, if you want to start unlocking your flow of prosperity, you need to take action. Whenever you receive any income, whether it's salary, bonus, or business profit, immediately set aside 5 to 10% to give away. Not just money, but anything you have, your time, your knowledge, your kindness, your encouragement. Plant those seeds every day without expecting anything in return. Plant them with faith and gratitude. And then you'll see your financial garden will begin to bloom, to multiply, to thrive beyond anything you ever dared to dream. You absolutely can do this. You are holding within you a tremendous power, the power to unlock infinite prosperity, the power to turn your life into a miraculous story. And this is just the beginning, because the next misconception is even more dangerous, a sweet, seductive trap that almost all of us have fallen into without even realizing it. Get ready, because what you're about to discover will completely change the way you think about hard work, success, and wealth. Misconception 2. Wealth comes from hard work. Have you ever witnessed this familiar scene? People working tirelessly, their hands calloused from endless labor, their eyes bloodshot from countless sleepless nights. They grind through 16-hour days, pouring out their sweat, draining their very life force. Yet, year after year, they barely make enough to survive, still trapped in the constant anxiety over money. At the same time, you see others. They seem much more at ease. They work just a few hours a week, sometimes only managing things remotely, taking a few meetings here and there. And yet, their wealth keeps multiplying, and opportunities seem to flow to them like an endless stream. So where does the real secret lie? Is life simply unfair, blessing a chosen few while leaving others to struggle? No. The truth runs much deeper. Hard work by itself does not determine wealth. What shapes your financial destiny is not how many hours you work each day, but the energy behind your hard work. If you're working hard just to escape the fear of not having enough, if you're pushing yourself to the limit, burdened with anxiety, your mind constantly weighed down by worries about bills, debts, and an uncertain future, then no matter how many hours you grind, you're broadcasting only one frequency, the frequency of lack. But those who truly understand how the universe works know this. Wealth does not come from doing more, it comes from giving more value, with a vibration of love. In the end, wealth is not a reward for simple hard work, it is a reward for those who bring the greatest value to the lives of others. The quality of the value you give, the depth of your service to the world, the sincerity and love infused in every action, that is the true measure of the prosperity you will receive. Bill Gates didn't become a billionaire because he worked 16 or 20 hours a day non-stop. He became a billionaire because he created the Windows operating system, a massive value that changed the way billions of people connect, work, dream, and build the world. The right mindset isn't, how can I do more? It's, how can I make the value I give deeper, more genuine, and kinder every single day? The more you give value with an open heart and loving spirit, money will naturally flow to you as a well-deserved reward granted by the universe. Even the Bible affirmed this thousands of years ago. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Matthew 7:12. A simple command, yet one that holds the power to redesign your entire financial destiny and your life. You give value, you receive value, and sometimes even more than that. Gratitude, trust, love, priceless treasures far greater than any amount of money. So starting today, don't just work hard. Start working hard at giving value. Keep doing the work you're already doing, but change the way you approach it at the core. Instead of working just to make money, to pay debts, or to satisfy short-term material needs, work from a heart of service. Let every moment of your labor be an act of sowing value into this world. If you're a salesperson, don't focus solely on hitting your monthly targets. Focus on sincerely advising your customers, helping them find the real solutions they need. Don't push products they don't want just to close a sale. Be the guide. Be the one who eases their pain, not just the one who sells them something. If you're someone offering a service, like a spa technician, a financial advisor, a teacher, or a fitness coach, take care of your clients and students as if they were your dearest loved ones. Ask yourself each day, what more can I do to make their lives better? Find joy in lifting someone up, encouraging them, inspiring them. If you're a small business owner, don't just sit there calculating how can I bring in more profit. Shift to a far more powerful question. How can I deliver more value to my customers? How can my products and services truly change their lives for the better? Every small action you take with the true intention of giving value is planting seeds of prosperity. You are not only multiplying your finances, but also multiplying trust, love, and strong relationships, priceless assets on your journey to success. Remember, you cannot deceive your energy field. The universe doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to the true frequency radiating from your heart. Working hard out of fear will only attract more worry and scarcity. Working hard from a genuine desire to give and serve will open doors to prosperity beyond anything you've ever dared to dream. And if you're still listening up to this point, I know you're feeling it deep within your heart. Do you recognize yourself in the things I just shared? Has there ever been a time when you threw yourself into work, tirelessly pushing forward, only to realize you were simply chasing money, losing your joy and sacrificing your spiritual freedom? If that's true for you, don't be discouraged, because you're not alone. Almost all of us have been there. It's a journey everyone must walk to grow, to see the difference between working out of fear and working out of love. What matters most is that right now you've realized it. You've opened a new door in your awareness, and just by seeing it, you've already traveled farther than most people ever will. Hold on to this awakening. And now, let's move on to the third terrible piece of advice you must never fall for. Misconception 3. You must do something grand or extraordinary to create wealth. No. Have you ever secretly believed that wealth is only reserved for the extraordinary? Those with genius-level intellect, with world-changing ideas? Have you ever looked up at the monuments of success and wondered, am I special enough to achieve that? If you've ever thought that way, let me share with you a truth that might just move you to tears. Wealth doesn't come from greatness, grandeur, or superhuman feats. Wealth begins from something far simpler, a small but unshakable belief that says, I am worthy. Even the Bible emphasizes the unimaginable power of faith. In Matthew 17:20, Jesus taught, If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. It seems like a simple teaching, but if you contemplate it deeply, you'll realize, with just a small but absolute faith, you can move the entire course of your destiny, turning the impossible into a brilliant reality. And this is not just a religious belief. Science has proven the same principle. According to a survey conducted by the WealthX report, 67% of billionaires worldwide are self-made. They weren't born into luxury, nor did they inherit vast empires or enormous fortunes. What they shared was simply an unshakable belief: I will make it. So let me ask you, do you believe you deserve to be wealthy and prosperous? Even if right now that belief inside you is as small as a mustard seed. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you have already failed at the very first moment, even before the race has begun. No one is born with a throne waiting for them. The greatest people started just like you, just like me, just like millions of ordinary others. An unknown cook starts out as a kitchen helper, quietly perfecting tiny skills day by day, creating dishes that become more and more refined. One day they open a small restaurant. And from there, with patience and unshakable belief, they grow it into a chain of successful restaurants. No magic wand, only one immutable truth: steadfast belief plus persistent action creates miracles. Someone with a love for gardening starts with a tiny patch behind their house, tending each little plant, learning and experimenting with better care methods. One day, they decide to share their gardening secrets with others who need it. And one day, they become a trusted expert, beloved by thousands. They sell hundreds of gardening products, and their life begins to transform. Wealth, prosperity, success. They don't require you to create something grand from the very start. They require you to begin with the smallest actions, rooted in your true passion and strengths. Steve Jobs, who changed the entire tech industry, once said an immortal quote: "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." And I want to ask you right now, are you brave enough to be that crazy? Are you willing to believe in yourself even when no one else around you does? If your answer is yes, then congratulations, you already possess the first stone on the road to success. You don't need to create something grand to become wealthy. You just need to believe you are worthy and start giving value from your smallest passions, starting today. No master of success was ever born without first being a patient student. No castle was ever built without first laying the very first stone. So don't just sit there dreaming about far-off grand visions. Ask yourself each day, what truly makes my heart come alive? What can I give today, right now? If you love cooking, don't wait until you have enough money to open a $1 million restaurant. Start by sharing a simple recipe online, spreading value to those who need it. If you're passionate about swimming, don't wait until you build a massive training center. Start by teaching one child in your neighborhood how to swim, or share swimming tips with those who are searching for guidance. If you love reading, don't just read for yourself. Record a short video sharing the best lessons you've learned from each book. You'll be amazed to find that even one small piece of advice from you today could change someone's life forever. It doesn't matter where you start or how many resources you have in your hands. The most important thing, and the only thing you really need to remember, is that you start. Remember this: you absolutely can do it. You are worthy of wealth. That power has always been flowing within you. All you need to do is believe and take action. We've now walked through the 3 biggest misconceptions, and you've already conquered more than 50% of the journey to discovering the map of wealth. Are you still here, still listening, still absorbing every word? If so, let me offer you a heartfelt congratulations. Because most people, when confronted with truths that challenge their old beliefs, choose to turn away. to turn off the video and return to their familiar loops. But you are different. The fact that you're still here, focused and hungry for more, proves something incredibly important. You are truly serious about creating financial freedom and building the life you dream of. And I am deeply grateful to you for that. However, don't celebrate just yet, because the two remaining misconceptions are the most dangerous, invisible monsters of all. Get ready, because what you're about to discover next will be even deeper, even more powerful by many times over. Misconception 4. Money is scarce. You must fight fiercely to become wealthy. If your competitors succeed, your chances are gone. Since we were young, society has planted a subtle yet extremely dangerous belief into our minds. Money is limited. People are unlimited. If you don't fight for it, you will lose. It sounds very logical, very realistic, but it's just a distorted truth from a world governed by fear. The real truth is, money is not a tiny pie where whoever eats first leaves none for the others. Money is not held only in the hands of a few. Money is an infinite flow of energy, constantly moving, constantly expanding, and always ready to pour into the lives of those who are truly aligned with it. The Bible, thousands of years ago, emphasized the endless abundance available to all beings in the universe. In Matthew 6:26, Jesus said, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they?" You see, you are a precious, inseparable part of the universe's endless abundance. You don't need to fight. You don't need to compare or envy. Your journey is unique, and someone else's success does not take away anything from you. The sooner you understand this, the sooner you will liberate yourself from the toxic cycle of competition and scarcity. The miraculous thing is, modern science is increasingly proving what ancient sages have long emphasized. According to research by Dr. Joe Dispenza, a leading expert in neuroscience and the operation of the subconscious mind, when you live in a state of lack, envy, and anxiety, the amygdala, the fear center of the brain, takes over your nervous system. This causes the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for creativity, planning, and recognizing opportunities, to become paralyzed. And what's the result? Even when opportunities are everywhere around you, you won't be able to see them. You unknowingly lock the doors of luck against yourself. That's why people who spend their days envying, fighting, and watching others' success not only fail to improve their lives, but also push themselves deeper into scarcity, failure, and dissatisfaction. So, instead of looking at someone else's success with jealousy, train your heart to develop a new reflex, the reflex of sympathetic joy and celebration. Today's practice is simple but incredibly powerful. Whenever you see someone succeed, become wealthy, or find happiness, smile softly and quietly say in your heart, "Congratulations, I am also on my journey to welcoming abundance just like you." Make celebrating others' success your second nature. Each day, just take at least 1 minute. 1 minute to imagine yourself already living in abundance, in joy, in success, together with everyone who has achieved it before you. By doing that, you're not only raising your vibrational frequency to its highest level, but also syncing yourself with the flow of prosperity in the universe, a flow that is always ready to pour into your life. Remember, you are not fighting over tiny pieces of pie. You are inviting yourself to step into an infinite feast of abundance, where there is more than enough for everyone. We have just broken free from one of the most dangerous invisible chains, the chain of envy, competition, and scarcity mindset. Come so far already, don't forget to give yourself a smile. Not everyone has enough desire and patience to dig deep to illuminate the shadows within themselves as you are doing right now. And now, take a deep breath, because we are about to step into the final misconception, the worst piece of advice I once believed, which led me astray for more than half of my life. This will be the final, crucial piece for you to complete your own prosperity map. Listen carefully and treasure it as a priceless gift for your entire life journey. Misconception 5. Only when you have enough money and wealth can you finally relax and live happily. There's an important truth that many people forget on their journey toward wealth. Money has never been the ultimate goal. We weren't born into this life just to accumulate cold numbers in a bank account. We came here to enjoy, to experience, to love, and to create true value. Ask yourself, why do you want to earn more money? What is the ultimate reason you are chasing money for? Do you long for the freedom to travel the world, to witness wonders, to touch magical cultures? Do you dream of shopping for the things you love without worrying about every penny? Or do you wish to have enough money to free yourself from restrictive jobs, to do what you're passionate about, to no longer endure the invisible pressure from the environment around you? Perhaps above all, you are longing for freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of choice. Freedom to be your true self without wearing any mask to please others. If you look deep within, you will realize money is just a tool. What you are truly seeking is not money itself, but the feeling of freedom and ease you believe money will bring you. Money can free you from fear, from the pressure of survival, from endless anxiety about the future. But true freedom, true ease, they are feelings. It will happen. And those feelings do not come from your wallet, they come from within your soul. You don't need to have hundreds of thousands of dollars before you're allowed to feel free and happy. You can absolutely feel joy, abundance, and love for life, even when your bank account is empty. The Bible also teaches about this inner freedom. In Philippians 4:11-13, the Apostle Paul said, "I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation." A simple teaching, yet it holds immense power. True prosperity doesn't depend on what you hold in your hands. It depends on how you perceive and experience the world around you. True wealth isn't in your bank balance, it lives in the spiritual state within you. Money can make life more convenient, but it doesn't automatically bring you joy, fulfillment, or deep meaning in life. You could earn millions of dollars, own luxury cars, and live in dazzling mansions, but if you no longer have time to sit with your family, no longer have the health to enjoy travels, no longer have close friends to share your happiness, then all you truly have is a pile of lonely assets. You could spend your whole life racing for money, running at full speed, climbing peaks that the world admires. But if you never pause to truly feel happiness in each living moment, then no matter if your bank account holds 6 figures, 7 figures, or 8 figures, you will always feel lacking, anxious, and empty. Money, in the end, is just a tool. It is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. If you let money control you, you'll spend your entire life chasing distant illusions without ever truly touching joy. Life is too short to be spent chasing numbers. You weren't born to count money. You were born to live, to love, to feel, to create, and to radiate your light into the world. Use money as a tool to create memorable experiences. Use it to help others, to plant seeds of goodness, to make this world, because of your presence, a better place. And the beautiful thing is, you can start living that life today, in this very moment, without waiting until you have some big enough amount of money. Right now, you can savor the deliciousness of a simple bowl of noodles, the gentleness of the morning breeze, the warmth of sunlight on your cheek, and the miracle that you are still healthy, still have legs to walk, hands to work, and a heart to love. If you can feel abundance even in the simplest things, you have already touched the state of the richest souls in the world. Money will come, wealth will come, But don't wait until you have enough to allow yourself to truly live. Life waits for no one. Happiness belongs to those who know how to embrace it moment by moment throughout their journey. Right now, you and I have unveiled the 5 most dangerous misconceptions about money. You've realized that wealth doesn't come from clinging to every dollar in fear. True prosperity comes from opening your heart, giving value, and welcoming the endless flow of the universe. You've understood that hard work alone doesn't lead to wealth. Only when you work hard to give with love, to serve with sincerity, to spread goodness tirelessly, will money naturally find its way to you as a well-deserved reward. You've learned that you don't need to create something grand from the start to become wealthy. Every small action, when rooted in passion and unwavering belief in your own value, will gradually build extraordinary achievements. You've also realized that money is not as scarce as fear has led many to believe. Someone else's success doesn't take anything away from you. On the contrary, each time you sincerely celebrate another's success, you invite abundance to overflow into your own life. And above all, you've discovered a profound truth. Happiness doesn't lie in the amount of money you possess. True happiness comes from an inner state of abundance, from gratitude, and from the peace you feel with what you have right now. Now you are standing before 2 paths. The first path, you could turn off this video, return to your old life, continue listening to the same outdated misconceptions, continue postponing the dreams that, deep down in your heart, you know you are fully capable of achieving. You will live another year, 5 years, 10 years more, still trapped in the cycle of financial pressure, with worries weighing down your mind each night. And even more heartbreaking, the people you love, your family, your children, will also bear the consequences of this choice. The second path, the path of awakening, the path of belief, of action, and of freedom. It's where you walk forward not because fear is pushing you, but because you know you are worthy of so much more. It's where you understand that wealth is not a distant dream, but a real journey, beginning with the smallest decisions you make today. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to stand tall, take a deep breath, and make a powerful decision for your own life. You are worthy of freedom, of wealth, of complete joy. Not someday when you have more, but right now, when you dare to choose the right path for yourself. You are not alone. I am still here, walking alongside you. I believe in the magnificent power sleeping inside you. And I believe that if you can just believe in yourself a little bit more, you will shine. I am sending you light, love, and the purest energy of prosperity. Remember, you don't need to wait for anything else. You have always had enough, right from within yourself. See you on the great journey ahead.